Anyway,
Did you
good
really just
eve.
say swiggity doo as your opening statement?
Yep.
I hate you.
Hope that's the way to start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. My name is Tanek127, and I am here with my pals, Asylum X Productions and a Shiny Luxray. Guys, how are y'all doing today?
Cold.
Assume
Wait,
what's
hang
good,
on,
baby.
hang on.
Shiny, how about you, buddy? How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing a math problem.
A math problem?
Yeah.
Gross.
What kind of math? We talking algebra, geometry, trigonometry?
Simple math, but I just need to, thank you for math.
If I can help you out, if it means anything, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Nah, bro, I need to find all the multiplicants of 144.
You need to find
Ew.
what?
All the multiplicants of 144.
The fuck?
That also add to 16.
Jesus Christ. Are you stressed?
No, not really. I'm
I
just
would
like,
be.
It's math. I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah, that's some shit you give me to do on a Monday night that'll make me want to fight somebody. God. All right. Well, if you need to randomly scream at all during the show, by all means, let me know, because I will gladly excuse you for that one reason alone. Nobody should be forced to do fucking math on a Monday night. Oh, man. Lucy, what is good? Welcome to the show. And by the way, Asylum, Lucy came in here with a phasmophobia roast immediately and said, "Don't kill yourself. Let the ghost do that to you."
No. My job.
But anyway, guys, welcome to today's show. We have we do have a really big spicy topic for tonight, which is going to be the one that leads in, but we also tonight will be the first time ever that we're taking a viewer question at the very end. So just so you guys know, I want to let you know how you do this beforehand. Every single episode we're going to take a random viewer question. You can leave these in the comments when the podcast goes live on YouTube. You can ask it here on the current episode. You can email the question to me if it's something more private. And my email is tanek127@gmail.com. And we will just pick a random question and we will answer it on the show. Eventually, we're going to try and get to, every single question asked. But being that, this is like a monthly podcast, it will take a while. So do be patient with us for that part. But anyway, we got some like I said, we got some nice spicy topics to talk to you guys about today. There's been a lot going on in the console MMO scene since I took my break last month from YouTube. I was so pissed. I literally said, "All right, screw this. This year's been discouraging enough. I'm going to enjoy the holidays with my family, take some time off." Game Awards come up and it's just like, boom, console MMO here. Boom, console MMO there. Booyah, console MMO here. And I'm just like, bruh. And I come back to the office a month later and there's just so many videos and so much shit I have to make. And on the bright side, though, it was easy to come up with topics for the podcast. So, first and foremost topic we have tonight. Apparently, the word on the streets. Now, if you haven't been hearing, Microsoft has been trying to attain Activision Blizzard. This should be no secret to anybody by now. If you guys have one ear in with the game industry, this has been ongoing. It's getting legal. The FTC has gotten involved. Sony, there are actually loyal Sony gamers out there wanting to sue Microsoft because of this. Sony themselves have made their voices very clear that they don't like this. Sony's main reason is because they're afraid of losing Call of Duty, which I find crazy because, in my personal opinion, all the talent Sony has, I feel like they could build a PlayStation exclusive shooter that could wipe the floor with COD. Because despite how good COD sells, If you ask any COD player on the planet right now, there is nobody happy with the current state of that game. And if there is something that can wipe the floor with it, players will gravitate to it eventually. The problem is nobody's made it. And if anybody has this kind of talent to do that, I believe Sony does. But anyway, in the midst of this lawsuit and everything going on, a lot of information has come out. One new thing we've recently learned is, and this will come as a big piece of information a lot of you guys here, and especially on my YouTube channel, want to know. Apparently, Sony is blocking Final Fantasy XIV from coming on Xbox, as well as Final Fantasy XVI and the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, Final Fantasy XIV, I don't know all the deals on, but I do know 16 and 7, they had exclusive periods. 7's exclusive period ended almost a year ago. It did come on PC, but there hasn't been any Xbox version. And I do believe Final Fantasy XVI has exclusivity till sometime like the end of 2024 or even early 2025, if I'm not mistaken. But, Shiny, Asylum, Sony, hogging Final Fantasy. This probably isn't a surprise to anyone. I mean, Final Fantasy has been a PlayStation exclusive thing for some time. But, how you guys feeling about this? And whoever wants to take the floor with it, go ahead. I'll give my thoughts at the very end.
I'll let Shiny go first.
I mean, it's no surprise. Like, shit, these games are like old now, technically. And I don't mean old in a bad way, but you know, old enough to be on other consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Like Final Fantasy 14, people want Final Fantasy 14 on Xbox. Square Enix know that would be money, more money for Final Fantasy 14. But there's no reason on business-wise why it's not on Xbox. And then on top of that, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, same thing. There's no reason why that shouldn't be on Xbox. And the whole, it's just so annoying because it's like they do tactics like this, and then they be like, oh, you guys can't have Call of Duty. And it's just like, why not if you're already doing shitty tactics like this? You're literally doing the exact same thing.
Right.
You're doing what, they're just doing what you're doing. So what's the issue? Because you're afraid that it will sell better than whatever you have on a console? Bro, I'm not. You know why I bought a PS5? I didn't buy it for Call of Duty. I bought it for all the other exclusive games on there. People just buy Call of Duty very often on PlayStation because all their friends are on PlayStation because all the exclusive games are already on there.
Yeah, and honestly, people didn't start buying PlayStations for Call of Duty anyway till PlayStation got the contract.
That's very true. People just bought Xbox because things came out first on Xbox from Call of Duty. And it's just like, how can I put this? The thing, and they're also the thing that's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen with Final Fantasy 16 as well. But Final Fantasy 16 right now is a 6-month exclusive period. A 6-month exclusive period, and then it's gonna be on PC.
Right.
It's probably not gonna come to Xbox console.
I can picture that.
There are Square Enix Final Fantasy titles on Xbox, so it's like a very weird thing. Like, I can believe Final Fantasy 16 also being in that contract with them. Now, if it's not, that's cool. Be able to see it, but yeah, I just find that whole thing to be annoying. Now the big reason why they don't want them to buy Activision Blizzard obviously, was because when Xbox purchased Activision Blizzard, everything they have under Activision Blizzard is literally just going under Game Pass. And then everyone's going to get Game Pass. And then they're going to make so much more money because it's just like, why do I need to buy Call of Duty if it's on Game Pass? Ever. Like every single Call of Duty is going to be on Game Pass. Just like how every single Bethesda game is on Game Pass.
Yeah, Spencer already even said publicly that's his goal. Every COD is going to be on that shit.
And like from that point, I get it, but the CEO of Sony doesn't believe in Game Pass. That's his fault if you don't want to believe in that. The way he's running his Game Pass is also silly. Like first party exclusive games get taken off of it. I understand not going on there day one, but taking off first party exclusive games that you own, your company owns. I don't want.
Now that's just silly.
Like, I understand that you want me to play it, so then you take it off, and I buy it, and I'm just like, but that just sounds annoying to me because I just want to buy your shit in the first place now, not the game. I don't want to buy the Game Pass for PlayStation and regardless now because they do that. That's dumb. Meanwhile, I'm on my Xbox right now. I don't ever have to worry about my Forza leaving my console. And what the fuck? And I don't ever have to worry about my Doom leaving my console or Deathloop or like shit like that, you know? It's like always gonna be there. And it's a very good feeling to have that through a service that you're paying
Absolutely.
for $15 a month, you know.
Yeah, it's $15 a month for all those games.
Yeah.
And then some. It's such a good business model that Sony really needs to fucking start believing in. Because holy fuck. Like technically I'm a big fan of Dead Space. That's always going to be on Game Pass. It's always going to be there.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about getting on one day. It's going to be fucking gone. Like, obviously, like Bethesda games, like Fallout New Vegas. I play a fuck ton of Fallout New Vegas. It's a part of the stupid fucking thing between Sony and Microsoft is at one point. Goddamn! Holy shit! Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
But there were a bunch of people like executives at Sony like, we don't want Microsoft to have a monopoly. I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry, but Sony, you have more of a monopoly than they do. Nah, don't you fucking pull that shit. No. You're over here on American grounds too. You're subject to our laws as well. Not to. But they're also like this whole like lawsuit thing that they're doing is also to expand, essentially, quote unquote, expand the amount of time that they have the exclusivity to 14, 15, 16, and 7. Because like fuck you, like if we can't stop you the normal way, we'll do a lawsuit. Because pretty much holds a lot of shit. It's really fucking annoying and pisses me off, which is why I'm very rarely on my PS5. I bought that PS5 for two things: Bloodborne, and I do believe Call of Duty to play with you and Aki. That is it. That is the only reason I bought a PS5 were for those two games. I have so much space on my fucking PS5. I don't use it that much. The Xbox you use so much more. It's such a better deal.
All right.
And also, before anyone be like, this sounds like, before anyone says this sounds like Xbox dick riding, it's not.
It's
Xbox has
looking at it
issues,
logically.
but Xbox, Microsoft is more consumer friendly. You know the guys that started the whole $70 price tag? Sony.
Which fucking angers me to no fucking end.
Like,
I fucking hate that.
and some of these games, some of these brand new games aren't worth $70.
No, they're not. They're dog shit.
I bought last year for $70, and I was like, It's a good thing I bought this on disc because I'm bringing it back. This is hot garbage. This is not a $70 game. I understand that the work, like all the work that they put in to those games, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, bro, $70 for this? Relax.
Right.
Like, I'm not giving you a good chunk of my paycheck for a game that's going to be the hot shit.
That shit is so annoying. No.
It's I'm poor as it is. Like, I'll just wait to see some reviews. If the reviews are bad, you're not getting my money. Fuck you. Like, yeah, you may have put in a lot of work to the game. Should have done better.
Whew. The comments in this chat are on fire right now. Oh.
Oh, yeah, what are they saying? I don't have
my
to stream up.
God, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so we'll start from the very beginning. Right after Lucy was telling you to let the Phasmo ghost kill you. Lucy goes to say, so Microsoft could do the same thing Sony's doing. Microsoft has money to make it, so why don't they do that? And I believe Lucy was talking about Final Fantasy. Asuma did make a point. Final Fantasy's home is PlayStation. Anyway, I mean,
that's not true, though.
Yeah, I mean,
That
that
is not
statement,
true.
I would agree more with that 10 years ago. But they're... all right, let me tell you guys something. We are in such a more cross-play, third-generation friendly era now. The time for exclusives, I'm not going to say is over. But seriously, unless it's not Uncharted, Last of Us, Gears of War, Halo, Forza, or Gran Turismo, you should be fighting to have your games as multi-platform as possible. And whether you love this game or hate this game, I don't give a damn. Fortnite has proven this theory right over and over and over again. Multi-platform works, cross-play works, and they're a free-to-play game, for God's sakes, that just sells stupid skins. So imagine what the retail ones could do if they actually sell at their proper numbers. And Azuma made a funny one, actually. Microsoft hasn't had a good exclusive game since Halo 2. Fight me. I got that one actually does make me laugh, because Halo 2 was legendary, but I don't know, Azuma, get high on life a shot and then get back to me.
But
if you do not run through that whole game laughing, then we need to talk.
Gears of War 1 through 5 exists after Halo 2. Like, that's yeah. Gears of War is such a great series. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Lucy also said Xbox should keep their games at $60 to compete with Sony's $70 price tag.
They would have.
Gotta be careful when doing that nowadays.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's like
if you don't move with the industry, the problem is you get left behind. And then if they were to randomly do this 2 years from now, rather than just doing it when Sony did it, imagine how pissed off you'd be then.
Gears of War overrated after 3. I feel that. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
It's still fun to play.
And then on top of that, Sony only, I'm pretty sure, well, I don't want to say they own the IP, but it's probably some weird IP shit with Final Fantasy, because they literally only have 16, 14, and 7 remake. Final Fantasy 13 was heavily marketed on 360. Final Fantasy 15 came out on both consoles.
Jerry, what's good, buddy? Sorry, Mr.
I forgot about 13.
Yeah, 13 had like 3 games.
13 is so underrated. All of them.
God, like, I remember getting through like the first one.
I didn't say I did good on 360.
Not having time.
On 360.
Yeah, they were those games, the 13 series as a whole, especially 13 too. Very underappreciated games. And I was told to be Square Enix's worst time before they finally made the good version of Final Fantasy 14.
Also, the Gears of War story is pretty in your face. It's not hard to follow.
It's very washed
Persona
up.
5 also
I
came out
got
on
bored.
Game Pass, and it did really
It
good
did.
numbers.
That's right. I should
A
download
lot
that
of
actually.
people like JRPGs on Xbox. It's not just a PlayStation
Yeah,
thing.
and assume I saw that comment too, the JRPG thing. I do agree there was a point where JRPGs did not do great on Microsoft's ecosystem, but I'm going to bring up another fair point once again. It's mainly because I'm partnered with them. Bandai Namco, if you talk to them and you look at a lot of their numbers, they will highly disagree with that statement. That's one thing they've been opening a lot more of their games to Microsoft, and that's why Microsoft's actually been the one marketing a lot of their stuff for that one reason.
Banco, Namco, Banco.
And
Makes
assuming
more
you
than
got to remember,
it makes
Bandai
more
did
than
not
just
make
Bless.
Bless. They
Yeah,
just
they
published it.
at that.
They just published it.
Hang on to next. Are you okay? Were you having strokes just a second there?
Yeah, I was just like, I saw that comment. If you don't know, I don't like Bless, but Bamco and
Oh,
my
I know you don't. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
Bamco in my book is the anime game people. So whenever I say anime game, it's like I already know that it's gonna be Bandai Namco, without a doubt. They just have so many anime game licenses, but like they also sell really well
Yeah.
on a lot of
They
shit.
do.
They didn't put
Like,
enough pressure on NeoWiz, which left it to wither away. I do agree with you on that to an extent, but NeoWiz, I think they have proven for, out of the past 3 Bless games and the one that they have, coming out now, that they're going to do what the heck they want regardless. I don't think controlling them is an easy feat for any publisher. I honestly think Bandai definitely could have looked more into the IP's history and past and been a bit more cautious about diving into that. But then again, the only thing you have to go off of is the word of a lot of us content creators. And at the end of the day, you are a company making a business decision, and it really just looks like a bunch of he said, she said drama.
Yeah.
But no, assume I definitely see where you're going with that. Anybody at this point who's taken on the Blessed name should be cautious. And I've said 1,000 times, I even admit I was wrong about Bless. I marketed the hell out of Bless. I partnered with them and everything. I'm thankful for the opportunity because that's what got me in the door with Bandai Namco. But NeoWiz, they screwed up with that. And even, if by some miracle I am granted a review key for Lies of P, I'm going to be honest about the game, but I'm also going to, make sure I disclose NeoWiz's history in that video when that time comes. Yeah, no, Blessed did have some potential. But anyway, like we were talking about the Final Fantasy exclusivity thing, I'm personally going to throw my 2 cents in there on why I don't think Sony wants this. Now, my answer is going to seem very fanboyish, but I'm going to throw some math in here, and I want you guys to hear me out as I say this. As you guys know, I do sponsored content for Square Enix. One of the most recent games I have checked out is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, which runs on the exact same engine as the Final Fantasy Remake. This game has next-gen versions across both platforms, available on Switch and PC. I have gotten the option to play this game 100% through on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And if you have not got a chance to look at what those 2 versions look like side by side in terms of power, then you wouldn't know why Sony is doing this either. I'm telling you now, I'm not going to say this is the whole reason, but it's a part of it. Xbox Series X's advantage graphically is part of the reason. It shows in Crisis Core, And I guarantee you, if Square Enix were to drop a trailer of the FF7 remake running on the Series X, it would show in that too, and it would also show in benefits in Final Fantasy XIV as well. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, the systems are very close in power. One's 10 teraflops, the other is 12. I'm going to put some math down to you. The original Xbox One and the original PlayStation 4. The Xbox One is 1.7 teraflops. The PlayStation 4 is 2.1 or 2.2. The Series X has essentially a whole small console's worth of graphical prowess over the PlayStation 5. Now, is that going to be, a ton of, different pixels and things like that? Probably not. It's going to be a minimal difference. But there is going to be advantage there. Because just remember, one console generation ago, that little 2 teraflops of power was a whole console. Now, I don't know about you, but if I were Sony and I know my competition has a console that has a console's worth of power over mine, I wouldn't want my exclusives displayed on that on a big-ass public screen either. But that's just, my personal opinion. I was playing Crisis Core. I saw the differences between those two versions, and I think it would stand out a lot more. Especially, with a game like Final Fantasy XVI or the FF7 remake. Games that are literally built to take advantage of the PlayStation 5. Oh, hey guys, develop it on a console that gives you 2 teraflops more of freedom with your graphical prowess. I'm just saying. If power meant something, Nintendo would have died console ages ago. Lucy, and if power didn't mean anything, YouTube channels like Digital Foundry wouldn't exist. You gotta come up with a little bit of a better argument than that.
Yeah, Nintendo they're just masters of their craft. That's all it is.
Nintendo does their own thing. The thing with Nintendo,
master of their craft.
Yeah, they prove that being unique is still a good thing. That's what Nintendo does.
All the way back since GameCube, because GameCube was not a good console power-wise.
Yeah.
But it still had exclusive, crazy exclusive shit, and that was versus the PS2. What?
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me, do I want to play a PS2 or a PlayStation 2? I'm gonna tell you a GameCube. I mean, a GameCube versus a PlayStation 2. I'm gonna tell you a GameCube every single time, almost every single time. I'm the hell yeah. I just like the exclusive. They always have really good exclusives, and they always know how to finesse their consoles really well. They know the ins and outs. They don't just make a console and they're like, okay, this is weak. There you go, first party exclusive makers. Do your thing. I'm pretty sure they have they probably just sit down with everyone that's programming and be like, this is the way to max out graphics, all this other shit, get the best frames possible, and look good doing it.
All right. Amen to that. Ooh, Suma, you hit me in the feels. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Shiny. He said, Xbox lost my respect with dropping scale. But oh, fuck, my chest hurt now. Oh, God. Whew. Suma, baby, you ain't have to go there, man. Come on. God. Ooh. We're toting Microsoft power like Xbox doesn't have PC parts to dumb down for the Xbox, so. Oh no, assuming you're absolutely right about that. And that's one reason why I kind of do what I do, because and I try to convince and push developers in the Xbox direction. It's not because of anything against Sony, and I'm just so many different developers I've worked with, they all say developing for Xbox It's not exactly like developing for PC, but it's extremely similar between it using DirectX 12 and Windows. It has a lot of similarities of developing for a game for PC. And I'll say to devs all the time, like even if you can't bring an MMO to PlayStation right away, start with the Xbox, learn from that platform, and then move on to the PlayStation from there. And I mean, a couple devs that have done this by example are Perfect World with Neverwinter, and even though Skyforge sucks, my games, they did it with Skyforge.
Phantasy Star.
Yep, Phantasy Star did too. Started as an Xbox exclusive, then went down to PlayStation. Lucy said, "Can't wait for next generation already." Lucy, God bless your heart, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do that shit again. I'd be mad as fuck if they announced some new shit. I'm gonna be looking at them like, yo, relax, okay,
yeah,
bud.
like I don't even want
to. Like the next generation also wouldn't do anything. It would
Yeah.
literally be like, it could run on 8K. How much is an 8K TV? I looked it up yesterday. $3,000 is the least expensive 8K TV. and
Now
it's
imagine how much an 8K
65
monitor
inches.
is going to be if a TV is $3,000.
I'm gonna just kill myself.
Yeah, right. And the thing is, right, they haven't, the thing that annoys me about these past two console generations is, last generation, they made those mid-gen refreshes. They didn't even take the time to fully tap in the power of those consoles. It wasn't even until the end of the generation that they realized the Xbox One X could run native 4K.
Also, to Lucy's comment, most monitors can't even run 390 FPS, so it's also irrelevant. 120 frames is like a lot right now.
Yeah.
Most monitors stop at like 160 hertz.
Yeah, the one I'm using right now for my Xbox and PlayStation, 165 hertz. Hey, there's the love of my life. There she is. Aki.
Hello there, Aki. It means that the camera's not on because I've been just stuffing my face.
No, you're good.
I do believe MMO should be dropped on the same day. It's healthy.
Yeah, it's better for their economy, and especially games that have like an in-game market. I completely agree with you on that. They should drop the same day. Crossplay should honestly become more of a thing with them. I think any game that wants to have a type of longevity, you should be considering crossplay as one of your core values. How do we bring players together? How do we make it so they can play with whoever the hell they want? That's the main thing people want to do in an MMO. They want to play together. Hey, my son's even in here too. What's up, Ray Ray?
Yes, all online games.
I want to beat Ray Ray's ass.
Absolutely.
Online games should have crossplay. Yep, agree. Asuma and Lucy, by the way, thank you two so much for y'all put in a ton of great feedback in that first topic. By the way, even though some opinions, we all opposed each other and stuff like that, you guys made some excellent conversation. That's what I like to see, honestly. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys for that. That was that little discussion we all just had with that one topic alone. That was awesome, and that makes this show feel really really alive. So thank you both for doing that.
Single player games being crossplay, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think they should be multi-platform more often.
Yeah, it's literally, so the thing when it comes to buying a console, right? Say me as a 16-year-old kid. I don't have money to buy 3 consoles. I don't even know if I have money. I'm going to ask my mother or my father, hey, can we get a console? I don't know how much money they have. We buy one console.
No.
I thought this single player game was on every console. Find out that it's only on PC and PlayStation. Now I'm bummed out. Now, of course, that's like competition, but that's at the same time, it's not necessarily consumer friendly. I just like I would just, make everything consumer friendly almost. Now I understand exclusives do need to be had. Like
Yeah,
that's a
like you
thing
gotta
that
have a reason to buy one piece of plastic or the other.
exactly that's your selling
natural.
point. Exclusives are always your highest selling point. Um, why would I buy God of War? That's correct. Why would I buy God of War on PS5 if we're playing better on Xbox? But that's where the exclusive idea comes from. You only play God of War on, the PlayStation, which is cool. But like that's just how it goes. Now, do I want all my single player games to only be on one console? Like
No.
exclusively? No. Because then that's also a monopoly. Like, if you really think about it, if all games were exclusive, single player games were exclusive to PlayStation, they would just be running the market. I can't play XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3, that's 9 games, which they already are close to, by the way. Um, on Xbox, I can only play them on PlayStation. Well, shit, I'm gonna go get a PlayStation. Now, that's also where Game Pass comes from, because that's how they get their selling point. Oh, I pay $15 a month for 120 games, so it's like pennies per game. Absolutely, consumer friendly. I don't have a lot of money to buy $70 games. $15 every month, no problem. I could do that. It's it's that easy. The Xbox don't really. I don't believe they Microsoft believes in exclusivity anymore, and more than the fact that they believe way more in Game Pass. Like Game Pass is their shit now. They make so much money off of Game Pass. If 3 million players buy Game Pass, like if 3 million players buy Game Pass, that's $15 from 3 million people. That's crazy. You just made
Exactly.
$45 million in 1 month.
I wish I knew the answer to that too.
Do companies bid for exclusivity? I don't really know how the deal goes. I think it's like a real behind the scenes kind of
It's
thing.
behind the scenes.
Now, I obviously when you buy the company, you don't get fucked. They know more behind the scenes. They know more contracts. I won't get fucked. And if I say it's exclusive, it's exclusive. Okay, boss. Now with Square Enix, I'm pretty sure Sony approaches them because I'm pretty sure Sony has a really good relationship with Square Enix. They'd probably approach them like, "Hey, we would like this to be exclusive. How much do we have to pay you for this exclusive deal to happen?" And I'm pretty sure Square Enix has also said no. Like I feel like Final Fantasy 15 should Final Fantasy 15 probably was gonna be a PlayStation exclusive, but they probably didn't offer enough money for it. Like that's also a thing. Like Square Enix can just be like, nah, we think that we'll
Yeah,
get more
because now
money
that
on both
Square
sides.
Enix got 14 and all them subs every month, they are balling. So whatever Sony is paying for to get an exclusive with every Final Fantasy game, woo!
It has to be like double digit millions of dollars. Because you're basically obviously everyone knows what exclusive deal is, but you're saying I give you money to take away the money you might make for immediate benefit right now. Like how do they gauge? I don't know exactly how they gauge the money that I might get or the money that I am immediately going to get right now from this exclusivity deal.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, assume you got a point. They really might just be banking on that might. I don't know. That's one thing I really wish, and some shiny without saying too much. I was just literally telling you guys in the podcast. I really wish I knew how these damn suits in the industry made their decisions. Because
Yeah,
some of them
because
out
I'm
there
about to
just really
say when it
piss
comes
me
to
off.
like when it comes to them and game devs, always remember people. The CEO are not game devs.
Yeah, and they don't.
9 times out of 10, CEOs are not game devs. They are
They're the
thinking
ones
about
who are shitty
money.
game dev.
I don't even know if they're
That's it.
full-time gamers either.
I was about to say most of them don't even play video games, so they don't even give a fuck. They just be like, "Is it coming out on time for the shareholders?" Yeah, but nope, that's it. That's all I care about. I'm out.
Is it going to make me richer? Then sell it. Make it good.
Make it good, but you have 1 more week to do it.
Yeah, that's why I said 9 times out of 10, because there are the CEOs that play games.
Oh yeah, we have
Square
Suma,
shows it.
Square, Bandai. You know, a lot of those other good companies. There's a lot of exceptions out there, but there are a lot of them that don't either. Like, trust me when I say
That's
this, and
the Sony one doesn't.
I can't go
He
into
looked like he
detail on this podcast, but there are ones that don't, and trust me, I've learned that the hard way. There are some ones out there that don't give a shit. And all right, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna rant and ooh. But all right, any closing comments on Sony blocking that stuff, or are we ready to move on to topic number 2?
I think we're ready to move on.
All right, Suma, Aki, Lucy, Jay Craze, everybody here, feel free to chip in on this one, guys. We have the confirmation finally. Blue Protocol has been confirmed for console. It's coming out this year. Your wishes. We finally got an anime MMORPG coming to everything. What do y'all want? Like, what's on the table? What do y'all want to see out of this game? Chat, talk to me. Asylum, Shiny, talk to me. Like, everybody. We got an anime MMO. What do y'all want out of it? Like, we got the game, but what do y'all want? Lucy, I feel you already. Amen.
Let me look up Blue Protocol first. So I'll let Shani go before I do.
All right.
But I do not remember anything about this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Me and Asylum are in the same boat right now.
Fuck.
What?
I do
Shut up,
not.
Tanak. Shut up.
Like when I hear Blue Protocol, it reminds me of like an anime.
While I'm giving mine, I want you two to just go look up the trailer real quick. All right, it's an anime MMORPG being published by in a collaboration with Amazon Games and Bandai Namco. So that should tell you a lot right there. I have 2 big wishes I want. Lucy already named one of them. And I'm not even going to say crossplay day one, but I want it shortly after. Like, I want it to happen sometime within the first 6 months of launch.
Oh, I have seen this trailer. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. And the second thing I want is, for the love of God, with an MMORPG, when it comes to endgame, either copy or do something similar to Final Fantasy XIV's endgame farming system for gear. I am so sick of these MMOs where you got to go get your endgame gear. Oh, I need you to go run into this dungeon, and then I need you to go talk to 600 NPCs. I need you to get 500 items from those 600 NPCs, and then I need you to take those 500 items and craft them into this, and craft 10 of them into that, and craft 9 of them into that, and craft 10 of them. No! Just give me a currency to go farm so I can go turn it in for my gear. The same way 14 and WoW do. Thank you. Like, God. Yeah, okay. Asuma said it perfect. No BDO style grind. Thank you. None of that BDO crap, none of that Terra crap, no. Just go run dungeons, get currency from running dungeons, go to NPC who has gear, call it a day. Raid tiers offer a little bit of a higher level of that gear. And just leave it like that. God, that's all I want.
Okay. All right.
So I looked at it, and what I want from this, besides what Tanek says, because That's a very bad staple of like Japanese MMOs. They've been putting some some bloated ass quests in it. I'm like, bro, please. I don't want to do this for an hour. Like, I don't want to kill the same enemy that I'm over leveled by for an hour. It's boring. Give me somewhere to go. Give me an objective. Give me a big dude to kill. Honestly, I'll do that more often than fucking killing the same little 8 enemies all the time. It's just boring.
Right.
Kill this
But
goblin in the cave once again in order to get the item once again. And even
um,
then, you need 18 more of that item.
I just hope that the my hopes for this is I hope the classes are good. I hope the classes are really good, like really interesting. I hope they aren't just like this class is like that class, but it does like that different. It's like, okay, so you're telling me you could have just made this into one class? Really? And then I also I hope the gameplay feels really good. Because I saw like a little clip in there of the gameplay, and I'm not too sure, like I just hope it's like fluid, not necessarily fast. I was gonna say I hope it was fast, but I just hope that it feels fluid. Like I'm doing a combo, I can dodge right out of it and come back into it. Now I'm not saying to like a Devil May Cry extent of me doing combos, but something that feels good.
All right. Yeah, if some MMO developer gives me a game where I can do Devil May Cry like combos, you are winning award for best combat ever, hands down.
I mean, you know that Final Fantasy 16 is gonna have Devil May Cry combat, right?
Yeah, that's the main reason I want to play it. Like that's one reason I am smiling about being a Square Enix partner right now. Shoot. Oh man. I cannot wait till that game gets here. Shoot, Suba said good PvP. I agree. I definitely agree. I'm not much of a PvP guy, but I know having the PvPers happy mean a longer lasting game. Lucy, chances are we'll probably be playing it on Xbox. You're right about that.
Oh yeah, definitely Xbox.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I'm hoping the game's just gonna have crossplay eventually, and it's not even gonna matter. But yeah, it's likely we'll be playing it on Xbox.
Yeah. Something I want from Blue Protocol is just like some over the top like bullshit for like a regular attack because it makes my brain go brr. That is all. Because everything else has already been said.
So you want basic attacks to be wild, is what you're saying?
It's an anime MMORPG.
All right. So you want particle effects fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and
I want my contra to explode.
if the basic attacks aren't wild,
I'm uninstalling. I'm getting a refund.
then I want really low cooldowns.
Asylum said if he's not dropping 40 frames a second, he doesn't want it.
If I don't hear the fan going at maximum speed, it's not good. It's bad.
To sound like those day one PS4s.
It has to sound like BB's PS4 just starting up. God, those days are fucking hilarious.
Alright, so Asylum and Shiny, I'm gonna need y'all to do one more thing, unless y'all have seen it already. Because I'm gonna get y'all up early to prepare you for the next topic. I need y'all to go look up a trailer on a game called Wayfinder.
I'm about to say, yeah, I don't know that.
God damn it, Wayfinder.
Yep, because we got more MMOs coming out this year than just Blue Protocol. We actually got a good chunk of it coming out.
Stop showing me cinematic, show me gameplay.
Why the fuck does it look like Blockcraft?
Why does this remind me of, like, it reminds me of...
Honestly, when I
Weird.
first saw it, I got like Torchlight vibes.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Like
remind
a
me of
mix
that
between
and
like
RuneScape.
it reminds me of like Torchlight, a little bit, only a very very subtle amount of World of Warcraft, and the particle effects remind me of fuck, what's that one block game? But it's like, son of a bitch.
Terraria, Minecraft.
Not true. Wrong game. No, is that one we played for only like a little bit? Son of a bitch. I remember like next week I'll be
Oh,
pissed.
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Darksiders.
Yes,
They,
yes,
oh yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, true. Now, Asylum, I got some good news for you. With Wayfinder.
Go on.
Guess who the publisher is?
Uh, ooh, the publisher?
Mm-hmm. And this is what's
Ooh.
going to turn you on.
Can't do long, bro. Relax.
And this is what's going to instill everybody's faith here a bit, because you know smart decisions are going to be made.
Who the fuck are the publishers for this shit?
Digital Extremes, the good old boys at Warframe.
Wow, that looks so different compared to what Warframe is.
So that brings us to our next topic. And chat, feel free to participate. It's the showdown time. And y'all are going to love this because we're going to get some juicy discussion. Chat, I already know y'all are going to be gunning for this one. Blue Protocol versus Diablo 4 versus Throne and Liberty versus Wayfinder. Which one are you the most hyped for and why? Let's get it.
So for me personally, I'm going to exclude Diablo 4 because it's just a more established IP. That's the only reason why. Because we've played Diablo 2, we've also played Diablo 3, we've played Diablo clones, and
Isaac,
it always
what's up,
feels
baby?
good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put Diablo on that list, to be completely honest with you.
But
Well, we got to put Diablo on the list because of the last topic. And I can't wait for you to jump into that one.
but
Enjoy yourselves.
I think I'm more hyped after watching the trailers for after watching all the trailers for these games. I'm more hyped for Throne and Liberty and Wayfinders over Blue Protocol. Nothing against Blue Protocol. Anime games be flopping sometime, man.
Yeah,
So
I hear you.
it's like flipping a coin if an anime game is good or not.
yeah, basically.
And
It's
like, I'm more hyped for Wayfinders, totally for the fact that I do really enjoy Warframe. And these are the same people that behind Warframe, so I'm willing to give Wayfinders
Yeah,
a bit more of a
I think we'll
chance.
go with Asylum with the same reasoning because like I know the company, I know what they can do, and I like the art style. I like how the combat looks. Obviously, haven't played it. If I play it and my opinion changes, then we'll find out. But right now, as the way it looks, I like Wayfinders.
All right. And I'll give you guys some more context with Wayfinders as well. The developers of the game are Airship Syndicate. If you don't know who these guys are, they are the guys who made the RPG version of League of Legends: The Ruined King.
Oh shit!
So
Really?
yeah, there's a lot of interesting talent going into Wayfinders. I'm personally
Wayfinders sounds cool.
really excited
Sounds
about that
cool.
one.
Yo, let me talk to those motherfuckers. Okay, I want to be able to choose the story I start with, not have it chosen for me.
Let's see what the chat's saying. All right, Jay Cray says he's hyped for Wayfinders. Suma says Wayfinders, Blue Protocol, Throne and Liberty. Isaac, what's up, man? What's going on? Jay says Throne and Liberty gonna be lit. Isaac says Diablo 4 free. Suma says tonight you should talk about Bamco's new dot hack game with the online features. They got a new dot hack game coming out? I didn't even know. Shoot, I'm behind. Blue Protocol, I'm really hyped for. Anime type MMO, juicy new mmorpg. Definitely. Don't forget console betas this week, hopefully. Yeah, that's another thing I do want to clear up with Wayfinders. So, I actually got to talk to the community manager this morning, and he actually cleared up something on my video that I made for Wayfinder last week. Wayfinder from a glance looked like a PlayStation exclusive the way it was announced at the Game Awards. The beta is just PlayStation exclusive. The final launch, is going to be on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So don't worry for that. All platforms besides, of course, Nintendo Switch. It's going to launch in early access on PlayStation and PC sometime in the spring, and then later on in 2023, it's going to go free to play for the whole planet. They do have cross-play and cross-progression planned for launch. So just so you guys know, that's all the details for Wayfinder. And I do apologize if my video I had made before confused anybody at all on those things.
So how do I get to play a beta?
Huh?
How do I get to play this beta though? That's
okay. So
you don't.
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a link to where anybody who hasn't signed up for the beta can sign. I'm going to put it right here in the chat because their first beta that's going to be on PlayStation, it starts next week. They're going to be sending out keys, I think like Thursday or Friday actually. Well, yeah, if you haven't signed up for no, I do not want the GeForce experience.
Yes, she does. Yeah, I don't want it because I have to manually update my drivers, which is a pain in the ass.
Hold on one second. I gotta find a way to put this in the chat. Because OBS will not let me do a simple copy and paste. Which is so stupid. And yeah, from what I know with the Wayfinder's beta, once you get into one of their beta phases, you're good for the rest of them. Now, if I were a betting man when Wayfinder's early access launches, I'm going to say 70% sure it'll probably be a PS Plus thing. Because that is something very common developers do when they launch like early access exclusive on PlayStation. That ain't great. That doesn't want to paste either. Alright, again, copy, paste.
No.
Idiot computer, please.
No.
Dude, that's literally how I feel right now.
Good.
Okay. There we go. Alright. For anybody who hasn't signed up for the Wayfinder beta, you can sign up right there. Sorry that took so long to get in the chat. Computer was just being a big dum-dum. Tonic127, Iris Heart is mad at you. If you know, you know, but soon you will know. Oh boy, alright, that doesn't sound too reassuring.
This is what guns are for.
Since it's the franchise, the other titles. But I want Blue Protocol to be good. The community might not support it long term. Oh, for Diablo 4. Okay, Isaac. I just read what you said. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier. Fingers crossed. Hope I get an email for Wayfinders. I hope you do too, Jay. I do know this next test is going to be NDA, so if I get in, I will DM you, a lot of you guys personally, and let y'all know. And tell y'all how we can meet up in game or whatever. But all right, Shiny Asylum. Any last thoughts y'all want to give on Blue Protocol versus D4 versus Throne of Liberty versus Wayfinders, or are y'all ready to move on to tonight's finale?
I'm ready to move on.
All right.
Also, one more thing. It's not that I'm not excited for Diablo,
Mm-hmm.
just that I'm very excited for Diablo, and the others wouldn't stand a chance if I included it in my shit.
Well, the stream has no notification on screen. Lucy, what happened? I'm sorry if no notification for something popped up. Just let me know what it was for, and I'll be sure to shout it out right here. Because everything y'all do on here, I appreciate. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, especially Isaac, since you've been talking a bit about Diablo, I'm going to go ahead and be sure to give your input as well. Do you guys think Blizzard will screw up Diablo 4? Blizzard has been in some, I'm not going to say very hot water, but a little bit of hot water with some of their previous titles. Overwatch 2's launch went successful. However, there are some very mixed opinions out there with some of its monetization systems and stuff like that. Looking at how they're doing things with Overwatch 2 makes me a bit nervous on how they're going to handle a live service. But then again, Blizzard also owns the very successful World of Warcraft. And apparently Dragonflight, their latest expansion, is extremely successful. So, how do you guys feel about things with Diablo 4? Asuma hit with the Diablo Immortal. I was waiting to see who was going to do that.
Man, that's exactly what I was about to say. But not even that, bro. These motherfuckers be fucking up mad launches. When it comes to launching a game, they be shit. Like, real deal shit. Like, even when Overwatch 2 came out, internet problems for everybody. Nobody could log in. No one had their characters. It was garbage. Diablo 3 auction house. Why? Okay.
Don't remind me about the fucking. I hated the auction house. God damn.
Diablo Immortal is pay to win as fuck.
It is horribly pay to win.
It work. Like
sad part is Diablo Immortal could have been good if they would just remove the pay to win and make it multi-platform.
And the other thing about that though is that works for being on a phone. It doesn't necessarily work on a console because phone players are different than console players. You show cash shot like a cash cow, like all that weird like mobile gaming monetization.
Cash cow, that's what they're called.
Like it works. Like sort of kinda on console. On mobile it's gonna work. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like you'll have
the
people
brains are fried.
Oh yeah, Asuma literally saying the same thing as y'all speak.
Like people that play mobile games don't even play console games, so that's also a thing, and vice versa. Like I don't really play mobile games. I'm like fuck them things. I don't give a damn. I guess the only mobile game you can even consider I play is Genshin Impact, but whatever. But besides that, I think Diablo 4 is gonna be great. I just think the launch is gonna be hot garbage. Because Blizzard, I've come through my years to know like when it comes to them launching shit, they just be fucking it, man. They fuck it really bad. Hopefully they learned their lesson, but they be fucking it.
You know, I see the worries, man. That's why I made it a topic.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Every launch these days is horrible. Yeah, true. Game launches are. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. The technology they have now, I can understand why they see the need to charge $70 for games, but the quality these developers are delivering on a lot of stuff. No.
It'd be kind of lackluster. Could be better.
Yeah, they they definitely need what's the word I'm looking for? When shit when shit should be delayed, shit should be delayed.
Yeah, and I'm telling y'all now. I'm warning. I'm calling it now. Come June when Diablo 4 launches, I promise y'all, day one. Matter of fact, day 1 and 2 are gonna be nothing but server issues. Y'all are gonna see Asmongold ranting his ass off and for like 2 or 3 streams straight. Yeah, Isaac just said day one. No one's. I promise you. And it's gonna be crossplay. They need. Oh my god, they haven't even done enough beta testing for that, and this is supposed to come out in 5 months. 5 months. Name one person you know of that's tested this. Besides a lot of the bigger content creators who've done it under NDA. And this is supposed to launch with crossplay and cross progression in 5 months.
I hope someone gets on the game, finds some horrific exploit, and they have to shut down the game.
Well, that's gonna happen. That just
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, I know. I want it to happen like 8 times. Could be funny.
I don't know. So what I'm gonna say about games coming out shitty nowadays is like literally you can play a game and testing and you can test it like even on other people's machines, like send them the shit and everything. And then you send out the final build and it's like you test it on your machine and then you like literally update it on everything else and it just goes to shit. Like it's so weird. Shit is so finicky sometimes. Literally, there
What?
was a time when I was making a game. Uh, I was um I was coding it one day. I didn't come back to it until 3 days later, and the code was fine before I closed the laptop. I opened it again, and it was broken. And I was like, "What? No one else is on this computer."
Honey, who fucked with the code? No one, huh? No one, dear. The fuck you mean, no one? I did not write this code. This code is broken as shit. Can't have shit in Detroit.
I was like so confused. I was like, so it didn't give me the error until after I rebooted, like or reopened. Okay, it was compiled and everything. I played the game after I entered that code and everything. Like, what the fuck?
What language was it in? The code.
Oh, it was in C#.
Hmm. Yeah. I fucking hate reading code. You know, I gotta keep looking at Paladins code and it angers me immensely.
It's
Crazy
it's
thing.
all right. Because they tell you when shit is wrong. But
Lucy says you
Yeah.
can relaunch Cyberpunk again today, and the launch will still be broken even after all the fixes. Most bug game launches are bad. Isaac goes to say, I mean, what I would do is emergency P2P servers of 16. If you can't connect to the dedicated servers, just turn them on when it's too congested. Now I know that has its own problems like security and such, but at least everyone gets to play the game until the server problems are sorted out. Not a bad suggestion.
um, I honestly
That'd
just
be a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah,
uh
I hope they're smart with their closed and open betas. I really hope they I don't know. I just hope the developers are just really wise about everything they do on that front.
Go on, Shiny. You're trying to say something. We interrupted you twice.
Yeah, my
oh, I'm
bad.
sorry. I was just about to say, even for example, the version of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet before it released officially was bug free. It was frame dip, like there was no frame dip issue. And then they released it and they were just like, what the fuck just happened?
I haven't had a
Uh,
chance to play
That's
those games
funny.
yet.
I actually heard that from somewhere.
and
You're
on
the
top of
second
that,
person to say that.
oh shit. They it might just be more beneficial to release the game, like knowing like you think it works and then it fucks up, and people are telling you all the things that are fucked up. That might just be more beneficial because like you just fix everything at once. You ain't even gotta take it down. They can stop playing. You just fix it.
Right.
And then word gets out on how good your game is after all the bug fixes, and it gets revived. Cyberpunk.
I only
Now,
ever
Cyberpunk
experienced one
was
bug with Cyberpunk. Only ever
was
one.
was just rushed due to money reasons and shit like that. So that was just a rush project.
Yeah, those shareholders were fucking assholes, by the way. Like, fuck. Like, no, it's not going to be rich like another like year. Pushing now.
They also shouldn't have teased that game as soon as they did. I wouldn't have said shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Cyberpunk
okay.
was teased way too early. It was teased at the beginning of the console generation, didn't come out till the end of it, and could barely run on the consoles it was announced for.
Yeah, it's like again, like I only ever experienced like one bug, literally just one.
Yeah, like when I played Cyberpunk for the first time, it was on an Xbox Series S. It ran fine. Like I didn't have any problems.
One
And I've
bug.
seen the horror stories of people who've played it on PS4, the original Xbox One, stuff like that. I've seen those videos
Yeah, like,
all over the internet.
you know, I feel it too. That's horrifying. Like, the one bug I came across was funny as shit. Like it wasn't a bad bug. I found enjoyment until the game said, "Hey, you need to hurry up with your objective," and then I just went the other way around to the objective. Like bugs aren't always a bad thing; they can be funny. You just gotta know when to actually start looking for bugs.
Right.
Cause goddamn, those early days of Cyberpunk were for the last generation consoles were a nightmare.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold that shit was bad. That was real
That shit was
bad.
terrible. This shit was atrocious.
That game also should not have came out on Xbox One and PS4.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Which they probably would have came to that conclusion if they had more time with the game. They probably would have been like, "Oh, this runs better on Series X and PlayStation 5."
It was
Runs
probably
like,
optimized for these ones and not last generation.
yeah,
But no, shareholders just showed up like, okay, we need it now. Like the shareholders want to see a finished product. You all want to get paid? Get it out now.
Yep. And
Like
that
it's
is
like
the
Cyberpunk's such a
sad
good game
reality
now.
of the game industry. I hate to say.
I'm still waiting for the fucking DLC that they announced for Cyberpunk actually.
Oh, that's supposed to be sometime this year.
yeah, they showed the whole trailer and everything.
Yeah, like they got a whole ass strat. Like I'm looking forward to that shit actually. I'm hoping that like anything from the DLC isn't bugged. Like at least not horribly. Like if it's a small bug, I'm not gonna care.
Right.
Like if it's like one that like the one I experienced it just like flings you back 70 meters and you have to run back, I'm not gonna give a fuck. That's just funny to me. But if it's one that breaks the game, yeah, I mean, I'll be a little bit upset with you. Just a little bit.
Right.
Which is, I again they also we got way off topic. We started talking about Cyberpunk. My thoughts on Diablo 4 and Blizzard. I don't have a very high opinion of Blizzard to begin with. Diablo 3 was fun for the early game. I'm not a big fan of the end game. The launch for Diablo 2 was abysmal because goddamn trying to get into your like party with a friend is a nightmare. Then of course you have Diablo Immortal, which we're not going to talk about.
Ain't even no point. It speaks for its own.
Yeah, all
The
you need to
game
know
is
that they
anything but immortal.
it is very mortal. I shot it with a gun.
It literally
Uh,
got announced and got booed off the stage.
yeah, which is so fucking funny.
You guys don't have phones?
You guys don't have phones? Bro, get on the stage. Imagine getting booed off stage by a bunch of gamers who are there for the games. Like that's gotta be humiliating. So it's just like, I expect the worst. So if it ends up being better than what I'm expecting, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I do fully expect them to screw up Diablo 4 at some point. It'll probably be the end game, like with Diablo 3. But
Right.
that's nothing new. That's just Blizzard. That's how they do shit.
I'm hyped for Diablo 4. It's just I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it like that because I'm not a fan of that whole seasonal playstyle. Like if it has a traditional, like just storyline ending and then end game and stuff like that, that's gonna be continually expanded upon. Fine, but the whole making a new character every season thing, I don't.
We ain't got time for that.
For that shit. I don't do it in Path of Exile either. Just I'm not a fan.
No, ain't nobody got time for that shit. Besides people who literally have no life. I'm sorry, I got a life. I make money. I go out and I make money. Just for the government to take it from me.
Oh man.
Oh, them and the doctors. Doctors.
Okay. So we do have one last small thing to cover tonight. It is a viewer question. For those who weren't here at the beginning of the show, from now on, every episode we are going to be answering one randomly submitted viewer question. At the end of each episode, how you get your question submitted is you either leave a comment on this via when it goes up to YouTube, or you guys can ask one here on the show. We'll jot them down and keep them in mind, or you can email them to me at tenek127@gmail.com, and we'll just pick a random one and answer it here at the end of the show. We already have one for today from someone that I went and sought out, but just so you guys know, if you ever want one of your questions answered in the future, it can be put on here. It can have something to do with gaming. It can have something to do with in real life. That's fine. If you want to be kept anonymous when it's added on there, just make that note known if you end up like emailing it to me or something. But let's go ahead and get into it. This one is from Devonte from South Carolina. And he goes to say, in 2019, I started a business venture investing in stocks. A longtime childhood friend has since distanced himself from me since I became a bit more focused on what I am doing. However, I have always kept them involved, and it seems more and more apparent that it could be a jealousy thing rather than anything I have personally done. Can you and the team give any advice? I hope to catch a live episode one day. Big thanks, Devonte.
I'll go first.
Go
Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give mine in real quick because this actually kind of hits home for me. What does pre-authorized for a purchase on PayPal mean?
Relax, bro. Relax.
I would say it's going through a pre-authorization stage, like before it's just final. It's like pending or something. I would take it. That would be my guess. Lucy says talk to him about it. Also a good idea. Always talk out anything. Asylum, anything you're thinking about?
Oh, I have more to say to that.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but what the rest I was gonna say was no, but in a serious note was like not just say fuck them, but if people change throughout the year, and if they're like really like, I'm not saying he's not your friend, but if they're really like your boy, they don't care. I mean, not care. They don't care negatively that you're doing well. They're either gonna be happy for you,
Yeah.
or like still be there, but like not care. So you have to distinguish either is he jealous, or if he's like he's happy for you, but he's like nonchalant about it, or he just doesn't care. Now him moving away, he might have some other issues going on, shit like that. But if he's like legitimately jealous, you don't want that around you. Why are you jealous of a friend doing well? That's weird.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I would not
that kind
be
of goes into
jealous
what
of a
I was
friend doing
going to
well.
say.
I want to see my friend do well.
Yeah.
Like
Like.
that's literally what I was going to say. Is okay. Like if you know this person is genuinely jealous of you, cut that toxicity out. That's not the kind of toxicity that you want, because that's just going to bog you down. It's not worth having. Like, yeah, I can be a toxic ass motherfucker, but I do it as a joke. And of course, Tanek over here understands that.
Yeah.
It so if there's not that mutual understanding, either talk it out, or if he's not willing to talk, sometimes you just gotta be
Yeah.
willing
Like
to just
Asylum can
let
say
go.
something crazy to me today, but I know he doesn't mean any ill will towards me. He wants me to blow up. He knows if I
Sometimes,
blow up, I'm taking care of his ass too.
yeah.
Shiny over here as well. Like, but
Like hell,
nah,
I go out of my way to help out people if I have extra money.
yeah,
So it's like, just be happy if your friend's succeeding in an aspect that you're not, because chances are you're succeeding in an aspect that they're not. It just be happy. Fuck's sake.
yeah. No, I was gonna say one thing I can personally throw a bit of personal input into this. Devontae, if you happen to watch this episode, I do hope you do, and I hope you get to come through one live one day. Definitely, as for those who know me and know me personally, especially if you've been on this YouTube journey with me for a while, you'll know that when I first started Tanek 127 Gaming, a personal in real life friend of mine I had was a really really big supporter of my channel. Like I said, if you know me personally, you'll know who this person is. I'm not going to go ahead and mention his name here on the show. But
This is not a.
over the past few years, his view of me has has changed for reasons that I personally don't understand, and I'm talking in all kinds of different ways. A few years back, me, him, and another buddy of mine, we were all texting in a little group chat. Randomly, we're making jokes. Next thing I know, he is flipping out on me and telling me, "I kid you guys not, don't talk to me the way you talk to your children." And that's the exact words he said to me, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm not one of your effing kids," and blah 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 blah. He like through a text message, he took a joke or something I said or made completely out of context, and he's got it built into his head, that I'm just this cocky, just ongoing screw everybody kind of guy or something like that. And where this version of me he's got built in his head has came from, I personally don't have any idea. And I have personally went out of my way to try and figure this out a few times. I still can't come up with any logical answer. But regardless, if I succeed and what I'm doing goes where I want it, I'm going to look out for him in the end of the day. He's a close friend of mine. He was, someone I cared for a lot about at one point in time. I just, where things went wrong with him and I personally have no idea, and I haven't been able to figure it out. So I definitely feel where Devontae is coming from, but how to fix that, the best thing I can say is just, try and reach out, keep trying to talk. But at the end of the day, some people are just going to, they're going to think what they want to think, and they're going to believe what they want to believe. Like, I literally watched someone's opinion of me just change out of nowhere on and off throughout I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe a period of, I'm gonna say between 4 and 6 years. I don't know. I don't have a good time measurement for it, but it sucks. I definitely know the feeling, and the guy probably has no idea that all I care about is him doing all right in his best interest. But he thinks of me in some weird light that I don't even know how the hell even began to shine on him. So trust me, Devontae, I feel you with that one. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys in the chat.
This friend would fucking hate me. That's because I am a certified asshole, and I would
Yeah.
cause problems on purpose.
Oh yeah, Lucy. This one, yeah, definitely out here kind of close. But yeah, let this be an example to you guys. Like, if you want to submit a viewer question in the future, feel free to hit anything. We'll give our best input. We'll keep it as anonymous as possible. You know, I know this is the internet, things get around, so you know, I don't want to we'll do our best from keeping that person, or if it has to deal with a person, from finding out it's you or whatever, it'll all be anonymous.
I got an idea that I could probably get set up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it like a mini Discord server for this podcast.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
And then because like there are bots that you can get that are designed to be able to post anonymously.
Mm-hmm.
That you could do the handle the whole like if you have a topic that you want to bring up for the end of our
Well,
shows.
Asylum, I want you to prepare yourself because our first viewer question has been submitted. Somebody in the
Already?
chat, yeah, somebody in the chat would like to know your cock size.
Now that, my friend, is a good question. Not something I have gone out of my way to measure. All you need to
Oh.
know is that even if I did have the answer for you right now, you wouldn't get it. I can tell you my chest size though.
Oh Lord. But any closing thoughts or anything you guys would give before we go ahead and call the night on this one?
Uh, guess the only thing that I can say is I wasn't aware of Blue Code Protocol Wayfinders or like a good for most of this one because of everything that's been going on with Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro and D&D.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that on YouTube.
Yeah, it's really fucked right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of had my attention. Kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my games that I run because I put them on hiatus.
All right.
Because you know how I am. I I won't support shit like that.
Yeah.
And
I don't
when I
blame you.
won't support it, I won't interact with it.
And it's
Uh,
pathetic. You guys got to go through that when you're just playing a role play game. Like what? What the? Good God.
yeah, there doesn't quite like oh yeah, because I was planning on publishing like 4 or 5 different things
Mm-hmm.
For fifth edition, and then those leaks came out along with the fact that the, when I got the actual document, it's like oh well there goes my plans of publishing anything because cause I want to just do it for free because I don't really want to make money off it.
Right.
But I also don't want them to be able to say, "Oh yeah, this belongs to us now." Like, no, you didn't make this. I did. So yeah, that's where most of my attention has been. Most unfortunately.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I do hope that situation improves and gets a lot better because I've been seeing a lot of it online, and that's honestly just really shitty.
Yeah, like there's talks of like, uh, so they did revise it again recently. With like, oh, stuff that it's been made for this fifth edition, we won't touch. It's still not the same open game license.
Mm-hmm.
Because if like that's if you make money off publishing it, but if it's free, they can still take it. If you were to say publish something underneath one D&D, they can still take it without your permit, without asking you. And also, they don't have anything that says, "Oh yeah, we won't be changing this for X amount of time or indefinitely." It's meaning it can be altered at any time. Uh, Wizard of the Coast's biggest mistake was releasing a legal document to a group of people that read shit like that for leisure. Because they really thought that we wouldn't fucking notice what they were trying to do to us. Like, fuck.
Damn shame.
We literally read all of your fucking books, even if they are fucking mid-tier at best. Because there's still rules in them. Like, fuck. I'm a rules lawyer in the games that I play in. It's because I need to be.
Right.
And I do that shit for fun. You think I'm not going to read 900 pages of document to see where you're going to try to fuck me over on? I'm just pissed. It pisses me off immensely. It affects the games that I play in, affects the games that I run, affects how I make content for it. Fucking bullshit. I play role play games. I don't want the bullshit attached to them. Like hell, I finally got this motherfucker to sit down and play Monster Prom with me, and because I didn't want them to fucking put extra more effort
Speaking
than
of
they
that,
had to.
did I tell you what me and Aki are gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
We are actually going to buy that on Switch and start using that for our little date nights and stuff sometimes.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I told
so
you it was a good game.
Well, dude, I never said I wasn't gonna get it. We just never revisited the topic from that day. That's all.
Yeah, you're welcome. By the way, I did the voices for every character in that game. I don't. So when I got Tanek and Ahi like sat down, joined the Monster Problem, I told them that I would do all the voices so they don't have to do like any unnecessary work. But I told them, oh, I'm not gonna give them voices. I couldn't stop myself from giving every single character a different voice. I physically could not stop myself, and Tanek fucking called me out on this. Like mid sentence of one of the things.
That's how I knew your gift for role playing was naturally there. Like he said, he wasn't going to put a different voice on any character, and it literally just naturally came out of him anyway. So it was just like it was funny.
Yeah, he called me out like mid sentence too, so I had to fucking restart the sentence. It's like you bitch, you couldn't have waited to call me out to the end. But no, you had to call me out halfway through.
But all right, guys. Any closing remarks, Shiny Asylum, y'all want to add before we sign off here?
Blizzard's dumb. Sony's idiotic. I hope Blue Protocol is going to be one of the good anime games. Definitely going to play Wayfinders.
By the way, let this be known.
Mm-hmm.
The real reason why I want Microsoft to buy Call of Duty so I can go on with my record of not buying any Call of Duty since like Black Ops 2, I think.
Wow.
I haven't spent money on buying a Call of Duty in a very long time. Either I was game sharing with somebody and they buy it and then I have it, or I fucking
That is a level of petty that I want to strive to.
Like,
literally the week I was about to buy Modern Warfare 2, I just purchased the Series S for my girlfriend. She was gonna pay me back, but I used my discount at Target. Now the thing is, the exact day I was like looking at it, they had a deal where you can get Modern Warfare 2 for free. So
Oh my!
if you buy a Series S, so I just returned it and repurchased it and bought and got Modern Warfare 2 for free.
You are so unbelievably cheap.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I admire that. I genuinely admire the dedication to not spending money on Call of Duty. That is commendable.
Yeah, either if I do spend money, they're usually not getting it for full price. I always think to myself, I'm like, bro.
I'm gonna be honest and say what I hope happens with this deal. I hope this Activision deal goes through. I hope Microsoft is lying, and I hope they snatch Call of Duty right from under PlayStation's noses. You know why? PlayStation has had a billion shooter IPs that they have never continued to follow up on, that their fans have been begging for them to bring back. 3 prime examples: MAG, Killzone, and SOCOM. Three shooters that all deliver a unique experience that Sony doesn't want to act on anymore. That could probably crush any COD out right now because they just offer a better shooter. But yet these guys are worried about this buggy little silly wannabe sim arcade game.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Ugh.
So Sony's dumb. Fuck Sony. That is all.
But alright guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of DYECMOB. Remember, we will be streaming this once a month here on twitch.tv. Also, if you missed tonight's episode, you can catch it on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Tanek127. My name is Tanek127, Asylum X Productions, and a Shiny Luxray, guys, and we are signing out for tonight. We'll see you all on the next episode. Have a great night, guys. Love you.
No.